Okay, next topic to discuss about receivable is this topic, receivable financing. As we do know, yung mga receivables, these are liquid assets. No? They can be used to pay currently maturing debts dahil they are current assets. But unless we are able to convert receivables into cash, hindi naman natin yan pambabayad ng ating liabilities, tama? And so, companies resort to what we call receivable financing. But what is receivable financing? When you say receivable financing, these are ways of making money out of a company's receivables. Kasi, di ba, there will be times that the company will need money. Emergency lang, kailangan na niya ng money. Yung assets niya are on receivables and it cannot connect or collect from its customers or from other parties that owes money to the company. So, ito yung gagawin niya, no? Gagawin niya is magre-resort siya into receivable financing. There are basically 4 types of receivable financing. The first 2 are pledge and assignment. Bakit natin ito pinagsabay? Because these are basically the same or they have similarities. No? The only difference is when you say pledge, this involves general assignment. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng general assignment? Ibig sabihin, yung lahat ng receivables mo, naka-pledge, no? You do not pick an amount of receivables or certain group of receivables and then i-pledge mo. Pag sinabi mong pledge, all of your receivables are involved. On the other hand, under assignment, this is a specific assignment. You may, for example, get all the outstanding receivables from client A or customer A and then you assign them to the assignee. Sa kanya mo ita-transfer yung rights ng mga receivables mo. Okay? So, under pledge, buong receivable. Under assignment, specific lang. Okay? Then, some similarities. Both pledge and assignment are usually on a non-notification basis. What does this mean? Ibig sabihin po nito is that hindi mo kailangang i-inform yung customer mo or client mo na naka-pledge or naka-assign yung mga receivables mo sa kanya. Kasi, yung customer mo will still pay sa'yo. Hindi naman dun sa pinag-pledgean mo or dun sa inassignan mo ng rights. Okay? Another one, the receivables becomes collateral securities on the loan kung may related na loan dun sa pledge and assignment, no? Kaya, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, if you weren't able to pay the loan from bank, inassign mo yung mga receivables mo, pwede nang kunin ni bank yung right to collect from those receivables, no? Pero dito, ang madalas na nangyari is when you assign receivables, you collect them and then after collection, you remit them to the bank as payment for the loan or note payable. Okay? The third one is factoring. In factoring, this is usually on a without recourse basis. Ano ibig sabihin ng without recourse basis? Ibig sabihin nito, if ever na yung customer mo hindi nakapagbayad sa factor o kanino mo binenta yung mga receivables mo, wala na siyang habol sa iyo. Okay? So wala kang liability to settle the accounts. Okay? And since it is without recourse basis, ibig sabihin you fully transferred the rights, no, over the accounts receivable. Ibig sabihin nagka-transfer na talaga ng asset. This is regarded as sale of receivables. And dahil din sale of receivables, dahil may sale, meron kang loss on sale. And part of that loss on sale is the finance cost or yung commission from factoring. Ito yung binayad mo kay factor, no? Syempre, pag binenta mo yan, hindi naman yan bibilin na mas mataas na presyo. Usually, bibilin yan na mas mababang presyo dahil yung risk of collection mapapasa sa kanya, 'di ba? Now, speaking of the loss on sale, no, meron muna tayong kailangan i-compute na dalawang bagay. Ito yung proceeds from factoring at saka yung loss on factoring. No? To compute for the loss on factoring, kailangan natin yung proceeds. No? Yung proceeds, lagi din itong tinatanong sa mga problem kung magkano daw yung makukuha mo from factoring yung sale, yung mga accounts receivable mo. And to get that, you deduct yung factor's fee, ito yung commission na babayaran natin kay factor, and then deduct also the due from factor. Ito kasi, yung factor mo kasi, or the one to whom you're selling the receivables, will usually withhold a certain amount of money to compensate for possible bad debts, ganyan, mga uncollectible accounts, or mga discounts or returns and allowances. Hahawakan niyo muna yun for security purposes. But, those amounts will be returned to you once na completely collected na yung mga finactor mo na accounts. Okay, so yung due from factor is a receivable from the factor. However, the factor's fee, this is your parang expense na to, loss na to on factoring. Why? Kasi hindi na to babalik sa iyo eh. Okay? And this is the expense related to the factoring. Okay? But to compute for loss on factoring, ito yung kailangan, no? You have to get the NRV of the AR factored. Ano ibig sabihin? Halimbawa, you factored or you sold 1 million accounts receivable, but related to those accounts receivable is an allowance for bad debts worth 50,000. So, ibig sabihin, yung NRV ng binenta mo is only 950,000. That's net of the allowance for bad debts. Okay? And then you deduct the proceeds you had, but you have to add back the due from factor. Bakit natin ina-add back yung due from factor kapag kino-compute natin yung loss on factoring? Kasi nga, kakasabi ko lang kanina that the due from factor will supposedly be returned to you once collected na yung mga finactor mo na accounts receivables. Okay? So, loss on factoring is NRV of AR factored less the proceeds from factoring add back after adding back your due from factor. And the last type of receivable financing, and I think it's the most complicated part, is the discounting of notes receivable. No, yung tatlong to, usually accounts receivable, but in this fourth one, it involves note receivable, no? Anong ibig sabihin pag discounting of notes receivable? In discounting of notes receivable, you are simply endorsing the note, usually to a bank. Ibig sabihin, when you endorse a note, you are transferring the right to collect to the bank or to whoever the endorsee is. Ito yung dito natin na-exercise yung negotiability ng ating notes receivable, okay, or the promissory notes. In discounting of notes po, it can either be a with recourse or without recourse basis po. So, yung without recourse na discuss na natin kanina, no? Ibig sabihin dito, to recall is that since this is note, no? If it's a without recourse, if ever the endorsee won't be able to collect from the maker, wala siyang habol sa'yo, no? You are not secondarily liable dun sa note receivable na in-endorse mo. Okay? That being said, there is no future liability kapag na-endorse mo na. And so, the notes receivable is derecognized and without need of any further disclosure in the financial instrument. Kapag without recourse, no, wala ka ng pakialam. Wala na sa yan, nabenta mo na. On the other hand naman, when it comes to with recourse basis, halimbawa, yung endorsee wasn't able to collect from the maker. You, because the agreement is it's with recourse, you will be subsidiary or you will be secondarily liable dun sa notes receivable po natin na hindi nabayaran, no? Because of that, if with recourse yung discounting mo, you have to recognize a contingent liability, which is to be treated as contra asset dun sa notes receivable natin. That means, hindi po natin i-extinguish sa discounting natin yung notes receivable. Instead, we credit a contingent liability that will serve a contra asset dun sa notes receivable natin. So that if ever na wag naman sana, 'di ba, we become liable for the payment of the note, andun pa rin yung record natin, no? Though zero out pa rin naman siya. Okay? Now, if with recourse po yung discounting natin, we have to further identify if the discounting was made as a conditional sale or as a secured borrowing. Bakit natin kailangan yan? Ha? Kasi, if it is treated as a conditional sale, the cost of discounting will be referred to as loss on discounting. On the other hand, if it is a secured borrowing, treated as a secured borrowing, the cost will be treated as finance cost or interest expense. But what am I talking about dun sa cost of discounting? Meron tayong formula dyan kasi, okay? So, yung cost of discounting natin will be the carrying amount of the note less the proceeds from discounting. So, yung carrying amount of the note, simple lang to, diba? It is the face amount plus any accrued interest. Or, if it is non-interest bearing, the face amount less any unamortized unearned interest. Tama? Now, pagdating naman sa proceeds from discounting, meron tayong separate na formula to get this amount. Okay, ito yun. To get the proceeds from discounting, you get the maturity value of the note. That means the face value times the interest rate times the whole term of the note. You will get the maturity value. Or if it is a non-interest bearing note, the maturity value is already the face value. Okay? From the maturity value, you have to deduct the discount amount. What is the discount amount? The discount is equivalent to the face amount multiplied by the discount rate. Itong discount rate usually higher to, diba? Yung gagamitin na pang discount ni bank. And then multiplied by the unexpired period. Take note ha, unexpired period. So if ever halimbawa meron kang note for 6 months and then you discounted it after 2 months, you have to multiply na lang to get the discount, multiply mo na lang yung remaining 4 months. Okay? Ganun po siya. Once you get the discount, then you already have the maturity value. You deduct it, and then you will get the proceeds from discounting. Okay? Yun lang yung mga madalas tanong sa notes receivable na under discounting of notes receivable, diba? Yung proceeds, at saka yung loss on discounting or yung interest expense. Okay? Tandaan, if it's conditional sale, it is treated as loss on discounting, and if it's a secured borrowing, it is recorded as interest expense. Okay, both will reduce income but depending na lang dun sa presentation po natin. And of course, if it's a without recourse basis po, parang sale na din yan. So, ibig sabihin, yung cost of discounting natin will also be treated as loss on discounting. Okay?